you're new here, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, I'm glad to have you once again. Like, I'm super happy. It's been a long time. It's been the longest of them all. Like, literally, really, I've been away for so long. And I'm really sorry for not giving you guys, for not telling you guys what happened, what's been happening. I'm really sorry about that, and I promise to do better next time. And I promise to make up by releasing more videos talking about a lot of things. So if there's anything you want to know, and you have been like, oh, Dima hasn't made a video about that, so I think this is the best time to drop your comments in the comment section, and I promise I will make a video talking about literally everything. So guys, it's a new video. This is the best. Like this, I think this is one of the most asked questions on my Instagram. A lot of people come to me and they're asking me, oh Dima, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And I'm like, I think that should be the first thing like I should come back with. I've had a lot of video ideas, a lot of things I should do, but I'm like, okay, this is like the biggest one, and everyone is like, they're looking for answers, and I'm like, okay, then this should be like a starting point. So guys, let's get updates. Ukrainian student transfer to Romanian. Like, this is one of the questions I get all the time. Everybody's confused, they don't know what to do, they feel like the schools are not responding to them, they've made applications and they're like, oh, can I get into this, can I get into this school, what's the chances, what should I do, what should I not do, the requirements, the school is not responding to me, I feel like I'm not going to get the admission, I don't know what to do, should I just go back to Nigeria? Okay, we're going to answer everything in this video, so just stay tuned and enjoy. So first and foremost, the Romanian universities are accepting transfer students. In fact, at the moment, I know a lot of Ukrainians that have been accepted. But the problem here is that Romania, we are kind of ahead of the Ukrainians when it comes to the syllabus, the scheme of work. So let me take, for instance, a second year Romanian medical student is doing a lot of courses that even a third year Ukrainian student is not doing. So when you now want to transfer from the third year to the fourth year, like it's a bit complicated, because like most of the courses that we have already done, you haven't done those courses, and then they might, even if they want to accept you, they might want to push you back. So let me say you're in the third year in Ukraine and you're meant to go to the fourth year. You're meant to go to the fourth year, but because when they check the courses you have done, the courses is what the second year students are doing, and sometimes you have not even done some of the courses that they haven't done, so they might just have to tell you, oh, you have to go back to the second year, someone that's meant to be in the fourth year. So I think that's one of the issues that Ukrainians have, the Ukrainian students, medical students have, and they're like, oh, I want to go to the fourth year, but you can't go to the fourth year, because if you go to the fourth year, you haven't learned most of the courses that we have done. You are way behind. So that's why most times they have to give them admission, but then they're like, okay, you have to go back to the second year, you have to go back to the second year, someone that is in the fourth year. So that's one of them. And that thing also is the transcript, because there's a lot of people applying for this admission. There's a lot of Ukrainian students, a lot of medical Ukrainian students that wants to do the transfer. And very well, getting into the medical school is not easy to start with. And then we have limited amount of people because it's transfer. The universities have, let me say, for instance, this is not, they take 100 people, 100 students in a year. And in these 100 people, some people must have dropped out a lot of things, and I don't know. So, and now we have let me say 20 spots, and we have 50 transfer students. Definitely, the school is going to go with the best according to the transcript, and they also put into consideration the high school certificate. Like, I don't know the country you are from, whatever high school certificate you have, they put into consideration that. Like for Nigerian students or African students, they put into the WAEC, the West African resort, or the NICO for Nigerian students, So they put into consideration these things. When they check out these things and they grade it according to how the school do it, and the ministry, they would not see if you're qualified. And the funny thing is that because there's a lot of people, even if you have good grades, the possibility of you not getting the admission is high. So we don't know. So it's really not certain. And another thing is, it's different schools. It depends on different schools with a different standard and a lot of things. So that's why some Ukrainian students are really upset. Like, I'm meant to be in the fourth year and Romania is giving me second year. Why? It's annoying because I already finished second year. I finished third year. I'm meant to be in the fourth year, but it's not their fault because if they put you in the fourth year, you haven't done the courses that that they are doing, so it's just a lot. And when people come to say, oh, the school is not responding to me, I would actually advise a lot of Ukrainian students, it's best you go through someone that you already know, because one thing about Romania, the lot of process that they take to do the admission, and because you're not in the system, you shouldn't know anything about that. You will just go submitting your documents anyhow. I know, like a student came to me, and the transcript she bought was not from the school. It was just, I don't know how she got the transcript. I don't know if she went to her school website and just printed everything out, but that's not what they want, So it's best you go through someone that really knows this process so they can guide you very well for you to be able to provide the the exact document needed for your application. But this is one of the problems why the admissions are not even processed, because when they check your result, they're like, oh, this person is not even interested, they didn't even meet the requirements, and a lot of people are applying. So it's best, I would advise that you go through someone that knows all these things so they can put you through it, and you would come out your admission would come out. And some people are like saying, oh, it's taking so long. Yes, the admission process in Romania takes long. It's really slow. So what I would say is just for you to be patient. If you're going through an agent, what you do is to try to contact your agent, talk to them, ask them, oh, how is my application? What's the process? Any news, something like that. If it's through the school, you can try to call the school and send emails to them, and just do as much as possible, like just to reach out to them to tell you the process, the process, if your admission is granted, if your transfer is granted, or if it's not granted. So, and some people are like, oh, the agent fee is so expensive when I go to some agent. Yes, quite alright. Some agents, they charge, their prices are they're too high, and that's true. But then, if you really value the admission and you think it's something you want to, you want to get, I don't think it's a bad idea to try the agent. So, and lastly, what I want to talk about? Okay, I remember. So I've got a lot of students coming to my DM because I made some videos back then. My other videos I made, and they came to me. They were like, "Oh, Dima, you said you were going to help people that are coming to Romania." So the thing is that I work with an agency, and for every service that I render to anyone, they have to pay for it. And I promise you guys, like, you can check a lot of agencies, like, literally I don't charge, my charges are not so expensive, because I try to understand that you are student. So every information that I put up in my YouTube channel is free of charge. It's free of charge. You don't need to pay for that. Like, literally I just do it to give you guys updated. But if you come to me for me to help you with your admission or whatsoever, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna put you through. I'm gonna respond to you anytime you message me, except when I'm not available. But then I've got a lot of people coming to me, oh, Dima, you say they're gonna help people, and then you're asking them for money. Like, literally, how am I meant to do the admission with my own money? You have to pay the admission fee, you have to send the document to the school, you have to follow it up, and the rest of them. So I really find that unfair for me to get some comments like that, and people feel like, oh, I'm lying to them, I'm telling them I'm going to help them at the end of the day, and I'm not helping them. Anyway, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any question regarding literally anything about Romania, the studies, the transfer, anything, I'm willing to help you and answer your questions, So guys, feel free to always hit me up on my Instagram at regalbaby. I'll put my handle in the description box. And also, don't forget to like and comment and share to your friends that you think that this video will be helpful to. Take care. Bye.